Hello everyone and welcome to the Creative Producer. We've got another fantastic interview today with two very special people over in Bangalore in India who run a beautiful charity called IJAM, which is International Justice and Mercy. And I'll get them to come in and talk about that in a minute. But I just wanted to say that yesterday I did post a couple of things in the group for International Women's Day, and Christopher and I were trying to catch up and have this interview so I could post it, because they do lots of special and amazing work with women and children in India. So let me introduce Christopher and Naomi over in Bangalore. How are you guys today?
Good.
Yeah, we're
And
fine.
we are enjoying our day here. It's just summer is beginning of summer.
Yeah.
Fantastic. And we're hoping we don't have any internet issues. So fingers crossed.
Usually we have internet issues, and we are right in the middle of the slum, sitting in the car.
Amazing. So tell us, that's a brilliant place to start actually. Why don't you tell us a little bit about your organization and what you guys do, because it really is quite incredible work that you're doing.
Okay, so we are known as IJAM, International Justice and Mercy. We rescue children, those who are trafficked, sexually abused and trafficked. So we focus on those children and the mother, and we go and meet them and spend time with them, and we ask them to give those children to us. We bring them to our shelter home. We have a small shelter home in Bangalore, but we bring children from 2,000 miles away, so that we change the location, completely shift of the location, and we keep them, and we play as a parent. We set their values, and we play a role model where they can begin to trust man and women. So we give them education, and we give them character with a good values, so that they can fight against what they have exposed in a early childhood. So we completely take care of them. We do time to time counseling, and we also talk to the parents. So that's our model of not really getting into legalizing it, but then we go and friendly request them with a mother agreement. We bring the child.
Amazing. And so when did you start your organization? How long ago was that?
Both of us are a social worker for last 15 years, working for slum families and young people, providing employment in India. But recently, last 2 years, we felt that we should do something for trafficked children. The trafficking, sexual trafficking is high in India because multitude of people here, and women are not respected. So what we thought was, we expressed to one of our friend, her name is Cindy Walker, Dr. Cindy Walker. We spoke to her to support, and she also is my friend from 2009. So all three of us, by faith, we just invested, especially Cindy Walker invested on us, and we started it on 2017. And now it is 2 years, very small shelter home, but we have hundreds of children looking for hope. And we have a great model, which is very simple: no fighting and no creating criminal network against us, but we friendly rescue children. I'm so thankful to Cindy Walker, though she's not here, but we wanted to do this interview quickly so that we both of us can be, introduced to the friends that you have. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, I wanted to thank you for making our life really super excited. That first time in my life, somebody's interviewing like this. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
No, thank you for coming in and talking about what you do. I mean, it sounds amazing. So how, if you don't mind talking about that process of finding the children, I mean, how, and the mothers, how do you actually go about doing that? Because I mean, have you got many people working with you, or are you on the ground doing that yourselves?
Yes. Are you there?
I know. Yeah. Yeah.
The last part of your sentence I couldn't hear.
Do you have people working with you, or are you working on the ground to go and to get the children and mothers yourself? And how do you do that?
Okay, Naomi and I, we traveled together. First time we traveled together and we stayed near to the prostitutions and brothels and red light area where sexual trafficking happens. So we stayed there for 1 week. We began to understand the place. We began to build some. Before going to that place, we built some friends there in the same Kamatipura in Mumbai red light area. So we went there. It was really scary. We were scared, but we walked through the street. We found what is really happening. Then we came back and we prayed for some time. We really looked for hope, how to do it. Then again, we went with Cindy Walker, again saw the reality of great need. Then we built some friends who really wanted to show us the real brothel, how it is. And we found a house with 7 beds, 7 cot and beds.
Yeah.
And the mother is on the top, children are hiding below the cot. The sex work happened there.
Yeah.
So, and the child has been abused. The child has been locked, beaten up. Some of the child has been given alcohol. So with all these things, we spoke to the mother and said that those ladies, those who were trafficked a few years ago, we told them, would you like to send your child with us?
Yeah.
So they said, not only my child, we have hundreds of child, you can take it. So one by one. So we got many people, no religious work. We work for everybody. So finally we got a precious 4th child at this point of time without income. We brought them here. It was tough understanding their culture, difficult. But last 2 years, the same model works better. And so we are doing the same. There are 2 ways. One, you can go with the police and lawyers and directly hit the brothel and break it and bring it. But what happens? The criminals will get angry. They will be behind you. They will be behind the child. They will be behind the mother. But what we did was, we did the first step, build relationship, and we try to do the simple one, which is safer for the children. Then we take care of them. So the next one will happen if there is a need, but we are aiming for a greater fund and the team. But at this point of time, this model, we are happy. And you know what? The child shared the story, which is highly hurting because unexpected exposure they went through and it's painful. We have one child. Her mother is still a prostitute and she do not know whom she is born with. And she is staying with us. She know everything about what is that. So we are working on that.
That's just heartbreaking, to be honest.
So this is the lifestyle. Yes, heartbreaking. And the child has been abused many times. The mother has been beaten up. And some of the children, those who are not healthy, their organs are sold out.
Yeah.
Some of the children are missing. So the huge business, and it's horrible to see, and it is hurting. And she's basically my friend. She was my friend 3 years ago. We both got married. She's a widow. She gone through a lot with her husband. So we joined together as a couple. We started doing it. 2012, I got thyroid problem, and doctors gone through every checkup. So and even cancer checkup, everything. That day, I decided every day is a bonus day in my life. So we both stood together and taking this challenge. And we did a HIV checkup for all the children and parents, and for us, we're all fine.
Yeah.
Incredible. It's bringing tears to my eyes, to be honest. It's it's heartbreaking work, and what 2 angels you are to go in and save those kids. And
thank you. Of course, we are encouraged.
Beautiful work. So how do you find when you actually work with those kids and take them from that environment into your shelter and your home and work with them? How do you find the results? How do they cope with that?
Their value system is completely different. They are not how we have our children, we teach our children. Their value system is not like that. They are completely a different, a little opposite kind of value system, where they say yes, even lying is okay over there for them, and things like that and all. So we first handle them and mentor them, and counsel them with their values first. Apart from education and everything, we focus more on their values. So we set their values proper, saying what has to be when, and eating time, and everything will be set for them, because they sleep very late, wake up very late. That's their value over there when they were with their mothers especially. So what we do here is, I'm a psychologist, so I help them a little more with setting their values and bringing back them on track. So let them understand while talking, I think. So we have another way of talking to children. We make them sit and ask them, that is Christopher and I, we ask them how they feel, what are they feeling. So when they come up with their feelings, then we are able to mentor them more, even more flexibly, and as a friend we can mentor them. So we help them speak out where they've never had that situation given to them, how to speak, when to speak. So now we teach them, okay, this is your time, now you speak, we will listen. Now this is the time, now we are going to speak, you listen. So this is how we make their values set proper. So it starts from that, and then it goes on bridge course, it's called. Then after that is the education part, so we put them into schooling and they start learning.
Incredible. And so, and how have you had, I'm sure you've had lots of success stories, and you're working with these people, and I know that you've posted a couple of stories to me before of success stories of children that you've worked with, and how they've gone on to get out of that situation that they were in and really make something of their life. How do you find that that's an easy thing to do, or?
Yes. See, the success begins from the day the child and the mother say yes to come out of the place, because they've been bought by money. They cannot leave the customers there with. The customers, the clients, those who abused them or had sex with them, or expecting the child to be their, their they're looking for more. And so what we do is, once we bring them here, we don't share their address, we don't share our pictures, we keep them safe. Now what happened is, there are times we bring the mother as well and change the whole family. So we have two families. The husband who was letting her wife to do sex work is being changed. He brought her back to Bangalore. The daughter is with us and safe, and the family is now no more alcoholic.
That's incredible. You've frozen. I don't know if I've lost you or not. Are you there? Wow, such a heartbreaking story. But I mean, what angels these two guys are over in Bangalore to really bring change to a really heartbreaking industry. It looks like I've completely lost them. So I'll try and pick up that interview again. I've lost them. Oh, here they are.
Oh, yeah. So the family, and one of the girl who was abused and her mother is a prostitute, now no more a prostitute. We motivated her to go to learn tailoring, stitching clothes, embroidery. So now she's doing well and she's getting money, she changed. All the women, all the children, they are not completely okay with what's happening. They are just looking for a way out. No women will be interested to do this job. No. they are willing to come out, but they're looking for a way out.
So how did they end up in there? What happens at the other end of them actually ending up in this situation? What do you find is how do they end up in that situation, the mothers?
The two things, you mean that they coming out or getting into it, like how they trafficked?
Yeah, how are they trafficked?
One is that there is a criminal network is so organized. There are two criminal network. One is disorganized, one is organized network. They have a connection throughout the world. So they work in efficiently to hunt these people, creating trust with a girl who is walking alone or a girl who is longing for love. And the second thing is they give hope of giving more money or job. And they fall in love or they look for money. Second one is the ladies, those who are in contact with them, who runs the brothel. They just find anybody is walking alone in the road. They just traffic them, take them, and sell them to the brothels. So it is basically a money making business, a modern day slavery and money making.
And how big is this business in India? Do you feel is it?
India is one of the huge market because there are multitude of people here, and our government is really supportive and they're working to fix it, but it's a huge business. So it includes sometimes the same people who is in a position saying that they are rescuing children, maybe part of trafficking as well.
Yes.
So it's a huge confusing.
I think so. It's the second in the whole world. The second in the whole world.
Okay.
Wow. And so where are you at within your organization? I mean, what do you need, do you feel, to be able to kind of move to the next point in where you're at?
See, that basically is we wanted to adopt and bring in more children. That is our main focus. We just wanted to deliver many people, many children. So especially children, because we can tune them, we can develop them early lifehood, childhood. So we're aiming to extend our work, bringing in 2 more extra of next year. We're not hitting into fundraising or hitting into make it bigger. That's not our aim. Our aim is to make sure that our heart is genuine and do with one at a time. So there is a girl now waiting to come. She's a Muslim girl. She's looking for hope. She's been asking many times. So we do not know how to bring in. So bring in a child is cost us money, education, health, because here we have to do HIV, medication, nutrition, and we have to keep them safe. If the child is missing, we are going to be in trouble. Security is a big expense. So to bring in a child, it would cost me something around $1,500 for a 6 month. But I have cut cost of fund because trying to make it minimum so that people can join. So I'm just looking at some people to give at least $30 or $20, $10, trying to make a group in simple way we can do. And so we are looking at, especially we have a girl who is fighting for her own case. She was abused by her own uncle for 9 years. She studied to be a lawyer. Now the justice did not happen for her. She did not get the justice. So the uncle is trying to hurt her anytime. That's Pooja's story. I've sent the video to you. So she's looking for a way out. So nobody's supporting. So with this minimum, we are looking at some volunteers who can genuinely help little what they can and come and visit us. It's very important for somebody, 1 or 2, to travel here. We will give free accommodation and food. We'll also teach them how it happens. We'll give them the certificate. If they are really interested and if they're doing the work like this for many years, we'll also recommend for them to get a doctorate degree, a honorary degree. We encourage people to be like us so that they can they can join us. It's a greatest work. One life. We want people, young people, and people, those who are retired, those who are looking for like this opportunities to join us. we will make sure we will take care of them, and we are looking for volunteers and a minimum support. Let us not talk about fund alone, but how do we work out? The big network is before us. How can we break it? That's our...
But that's what I was just about to say to you. Like, how do you break such a big industry like that? It's a tough one to go up against, isn't it?
Yeah.
Of course, it begins here. When we talk about this and you ask me a question, we talk about it. It really give me encouragement. You know, everywhere the virus, everybody fears about virus around the slum.
I know, coronavirus.
But, you know, we talk about something good and that gives me life.
Yeah. So tell me about the slum, because I know you were just saying to me before that you've got a school there. Tell me about the school.
We have a school in the slum. We have a school in the slum, like we have some 60, 70 young children. Grade number 1, grade number 2, and grade number 3. A small school that cost us monthly $400 to run it. That nobody have now promised us, but we are taking it up because the slum, there are a lot of school dropouts because father is alcoholic, mother is working as a housemaid. The children are left out in the house. So we are trying to give them an education, a basic life skills, and make education as a fun learning. So in a small house, we have started a school. There are those children are there. We want to give them the lunch, nutrition, food, all those. So we have started that school.
Fantastic. So, and is that connected to IJAM, or is that something separate, or is that connected to the work that you're doing?
Everything comes under IJAM. Everything comes under IJAM.
Amazing. That's incredible. So I would absolutely love to make a documentary for you or something one day. That'd be getting the awareness out. So if anybody's watching this and would like to fund a documentary for us, we are totally open for that.
Yes.
And also for anybody who would like to support both Christopher and Naomi over in Bangalore, please, I'll put the link to the charity organisation in this interview so they can get in touch, and hopefully you can get some volunteers or some donations that way, because seriously, hats off to you guys for putting yourselves out there and just such incredible, beautiful work that you're doing. Amazing.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot for all those who are listening. And I just want to thank you, Holly, Messi, for joining us and making our life feeling so meaningful. And of course, we are looking for some people to say hi to us. And we're also willing to support you. If you have a dream to do something for the people in need, we are with you. So happy.
Fantastic. And the feeling is absolutely mutual. Thanks for enriching my life as well. It's been great meeting you guys and getting to know you. And let's get you guys kind of like, supported, and let's get some donations, and let's keep working together and seeing what we can do and come up with over the next sort of 12 months or something. We'll see what we can arrange and to get your message out there, because it is incredible.
And I have a request that it would be nice if at all one interview with Pooja, her life story would be great, that many people could see. It's very inspiring. Later, and sometime you can have an interview with Pooja. That would be great.
Absolutely. No, I think you sent me some information on her, and fantastic. I'd absolutely love to do that. Brilliant. Thank you so much for your time today. And we'll be in touch, and I will post the links, and best of luck with everything, and keep doing the work. It's amazing.
Thank you. See you then. Thank you.
Thank you very much. See you guys.
Thank you.
Bye.